Half my paycheck says that the cows on the posts are gods. I could lie down, but I'm more of a sofa man. With a mansion the size of a stadium, who had the bright idea of putting the bathtub in the bedroom? And then while he's at it, the refrigerator, doghouse, and the toilet. No, half my paycheck says that it's donkey milk or some other nonsense. It's full of coins. Intriguing coins, but right in front of her? Ha! To me, she's a bombshell and nothing more. Madam.
Speak.
There's only one thing that interests me. You. So, what's it like being a mummy?
It has its pros and its cons. Being dead means I don't have to shave my legs as often, but having to have your bodily fluids changed every 15 days is a bit of a pain. I'm much better at it than any other mummy, of course, but it's still a pain.
How did you get into illusionism with all the money you have?
I'm better at it than anyone else, and I like it. And maintaining a body like mine isn't exactly cheap.
I could go on talking about you forever, but... So where is this Oracle of the Shadows?
Go out that door and over to the other side of the room till you reach the double doors. You'll recognize him without a doubt.
Command me to kiss you, darling.
What a guy. Now do it, or I'll have you drawn and quartered.
Advice from an expert. Never shut your eyes when kissing. I have to leave you, for now. The duck makes me think that it's not one of the big ones. A little gift from Fly to control his little invention. Apart from Tabby the Third, I don't get along too well with the vegetable kingdom. No, the closest thing to a plant that I've ever had was the Chupacabra's salt shaker. No, there's nothing there that I care about. I hate beetles. The thing is, I only see males. It makes sense, or there'd be a massacre. I can handle anything, but I refuse to pick up beetles without a good reason. Impressive. I can't think of what I'd do with her. A nose like an anteater. What should I do? Slap it across the face? Ugh. Half my paycheck says he's the Oracle. You there, Mr. Timid. Are you the...
I am the Oracle of the Shadows.
Good to see you. I am the Supreme Head Honcho of...
What a guy! You're Daniel Murray, chronicler of sports contests, author of bedroom contests. You're trying to get Crom Ha's pendant using cunning ruses, but she'll never surrender it to you. Your only chance is to send her back to the land of the dead, which she should never have left.
I get it. And how do I do that?
You shall read the Book of the Dead.
Fascinating. Is it very long?
Very dangerous, even for a scribe like you, if you misread the hieroglyphics. You could bring about the opposite and bring hell to the land of the living. Cataclysmic, hetacombic. I will test your mettle, scribe.
You shall bring me 8 hieroglyphics, not 7 or 9, but 8, said the oracle. With these, I shall give you a syntax test, and if you pass, I shall take you to the Book of the Dead.
Seems like Crumha has some escape artist numbers. I am not getting in there. What is it with these people that they have to put wings on everything? Do I look like an art collector? Looks just like Bobby Russell, the trainer for the LA Freaks. I could turn off his light, but I won't. Ayo yourself. Now what was that about?
You will bring me 8 hieroglyphics. Not 7, not 9, not 6, not 10, not 3, not 15, but
8?
you said it.
Talk to me.
It's a compendium of tricks for surviving after you've perished. But you'll be interested to know that it also contains spells that can return mummies like Crumha to the kingdom of the dead. You know, Crucio, Imperio, Avada Kedavra, things like that.
So, you're
An oracle, eh?
How is it that
I'm an oracle. It's part of the job. If you can't predict things, they don't recommend you for the job.
I know of...
Elizabeth Allaire. You quite like her, don't you?
What I really like is thinking that you're a baseball and that I'm next up to bat.
You don't like her. You don't admire her. You don't find her attractive. She doesn't catch your attention. She doesn't affect you whatsoever.
Good move. So, who's gonna...
3,000 coins up front and 50% of your winnings.
Huh?
You're planning to use my answer to place a bet, right?
You insult me. I'm not doing business with you. Half my paycheck says that you're one of those people that only think about money.
The subject?
The High Priest...
Priestess Crumha.
Are you sure?
Never, not in a million years, will you get anything more from her than one refusal after another.
Is there some way...
None. Not 1, not 2, not 30, not 13. None.
What would happen?
She can be very creative. She submerged me, for example, in a tank with 3 jellyfish. Not 2, not 4, not 1, not 5, but 3 jellyfish that left me stiff with skin that looked like a hamburger. Then, Crumha herself mummified me and revived me to humiliate and ridicule me.
Why did she...
Because I touched her.
You
A lot. Too much.
You're not reassuring me.
Crumha to one side.
Aya.
Ea.
Hey, what do you know? A mummy. I'd swear that... Okay, now I see. We're playing a shell game, are we? Well, these sarcophagi don't say anything to me. All the dough I've won after hearing, Murray, old chap, 10 cents says you can't guess which one of the 3 bowls holds the marble.
Dan, a natural gambler, couldn't resist the temptation. So he decided to decipher the tricks behind the mystery of the 7 sarcophagi and the mobile mummy.
Aha! That's it. I win the shell game.
Dan said to himself, proud of having figured out the trick behind the sarcophagi.
It was easy. I just had to pay attention. The sarcophagus always moves several steps to the right of the last place it appeared. 5, to be specific. What does a mummy that kicked the bucket millennia ago want with a dagger? No reason. I'm sure that this would fit in well with one of those horror films Willie makes. Well, made, according to Eladio. Whatever made Willie want to make children's films now? This is out of my league. One of the mummies had it, to trim its fingernails, no doubt. He's guarding the temple exit. The robots are stunned. I'll go up to the sarcophagus casually.
Out, comrade.
Anything wrong?
Not as far as I'm concerned, comrade. Absolutely nothing. Just following orders.
In English.
Crom Haas' orders were extremely clear. If Comrade Dominofis gets near the sarcophagus, draw and quarter him.
I get it.
Nothing personal, of course. I happen to like you.
Good for you.
I'm Petzo, at your service. Pay no attention to my comrade Ducky. He's out of it.
Ignore your orders and let me get close to the sarcophagus.
I would, comrade. Rebelling is tempting, but the yoke of duty is too powerful. As long as Crom Ha has the pendant that controls us, neither Ducky nor I can do anything for you. Nothing good, anyway.
The sarcophagus has something of mine inside. Will you give it to me?
I don't know. What do you say, Ducky? Think, fool!
I say we let him. What if the false bottom was hiding a friend of a man of his, and he fell asleep inside by accident?
Do you know what, Ducky? You're very stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Request denied. And please excuse Comrade Duck. He's out of it.
Aren't you going to go on a break sometime?
Hey, we're robots. We don't take breaks. Tireless proletariat, exploited by an unscrupulous noblewoman who crushes our dreams of liberty.
Ignore your orders and let me get close to the sarcophagus.
I would, comrade. Rebel as long as Crop...
Back to Ducky. Why do you say that he's out of it?
Because he's stupid. And I mean stupid, stupid, stupid!
Is he good for anything?
Don't insult him, comrade. We are all part of the proletariat. There are parents on skates, poodles that dance, and then there's Ducky, who does magic tricks, thinks, and sings.
Tell Ducky to do a trick for me.
You fool! Do some magic!
Tell Ducky to think.
Think, fool!
The current economic crisis is primarily due to bad management and unbridled crematistic yearning on the part of the large banks, which have undermined monetary confidence by selling smoke at the price of gold.
You are stupid, stupid, stupid! You have no idea what you're talking about.
Changing the subject.
Hey, comrade.
After one tap of the magic wand, and he's inside the top hat. I hate stuffed animals. Do I look foolish? It was inside the top hat until Ducky tapped it with the magic wand and made it switch places with the rabbit. Vegetable, stuffed. Allergy, synonymous. Shall I go on? Top hat and magic wand. Long live originality. I don't believe in magic, but one must be practical. I hate stuffed animals. Do I look foolish? Egyptian. But it doesn't look Egyptian. Okay, so I'm not exactly up on my history. If I tap the top hat with it, it switches whatever is inside with a rabbit. When I get my hands on Chrome Ha's pendant, I'll get Big Albert out of the sarcophagus. I'll put him in here and send him to Fly's laboratory. I never go in or out through balconies, windows, or terraces unless there's a husband around. He's guarding the temple. Ayo, you there!
Exit prohibited, human. You have no authorization to leave the temple.
I wasn't planning on leaving.
Do you know why?
Because I don't want to.
Because the staff I'm holding is ancient. It was made at the beginning of the Narmer dynasty.
Fascinating.
Over 5,000 years ago.
Good for you.
The older a staff is, the more powerful it is.
I'm happy for you.
So you won't be able to get by me, no matter how hard you try.
A piece of advice. Get a life.
What a guy. Do not dare to leave the temple, human!
How many Aprils has your staff seen, friend?
5,000 years of primary power. That's since the Narmer dynasty.
I see your 5,000 and raise you a grand. What's it going to be?
Huh?
I have a 6,000-year-old bat. It's positively dripping with power.
How do I know you're not lying, human?
When you'll see it, you'll flip. Something that beat up just has to be old. Look. Do you believe me now?
Stand back, human. I possess a 6,000-year-old bat whose power is so lethal that...
A little single-minded, aren't you? Impressive. It's old. Ugh, I refuse to give it back. No, there's... Where's the trick? Incredible, but true. Easy as pie. Oh, I hate magic. This is a royal stupid... Duh. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Dan Murray, fooling around, first try. Did it work? Mine again. What's next? A spinning clown? There it is. I'm not going to ask by what absurd logic it's here. I don't want to get dizzy. It hardly takes up any space. In the air, it seems so much bigger. The drawing has its charm. If I'm not mistaken, that's a hieroglyphic. Oh, I can't do it with my hand. I've always been good at these things. As a boy, my room was full of street signs. With what it took me to get into the temple, I'm not going anywhere. Until I give him his 8 hieroglyphics, he's of no use to me. Ayo yourself. Now what was that about?
You will bring me 8.
8?
You said it.
Aya.
Aya.
You wanted little symbols? Now you have them. There go 2.
Not 2, but 1. The duck is a hieroglyphic, but the one on the other side is a drawing. Sorry.
You wanted little symbols? Now you have them. There's 1. You wanted little symbols? Now you have them. There's 1. You wanted little symbols? Now you have them. 4 at one time. That's me. You wanted little symbols? Now you have them. There's 1.
8 hieroglyphics mine eyes do see, said the oracle. Not 7, not 4, not 3, not...
Can we get to the point or what?
2. Now, at last, you will have to confront the 5 questions of Egyptian syntax. Not 1, not 9, not... Why are you looking at me like that, scribe?
Let's get to work.
Go ahead, then. First question. Identify the main verb in the following sentence.
The lap...
Not bad. Second question. What is the direct object of the following phrase?
The tar.
Wrong! Hecatombic answer. You'll have to repeat the exam when you're better prepared.
I bet half my paycheck there's a trick to the syntax exam, and I'll bet the other half that I figure it out. I'm ready. Let the exam begin.
First question. Identify the main verb in the following sentence.
The girl...
Not bad. Second question. What is the direct object of the following phrase?
The lap...
Error. No, I will not take you to the Book of the Dead until you improve your syntax.
You win for now, but I know there's a trick and I'm going to find out what it is.
Begins the subordinate clause of the noun.
The girl...
Exam passed. How did you do it?
By paying attention, said Dan. The answer in all cases was the hieroglyphic, in the same position in both the tablet and in the phrases that appeared for me to choose from.
What phrases?
Forget it. My life is more complicated than it looks. So let's get on with this book of stiffs.
Oh, yes, of course. Take this.
Oh, these bugs are disgusting. Couldn't you come up with anything worse for me?
It is the key that opens the door to the chamber that holds the Book of the Dead.
Good. I'll just have to find the courage.
That is in.
In.
I can't do this to her. I love her.
Nothing worse than a love-sick oracle.
Give it back to me.
Take a seat and wait. Where's the book?
I'll never tell you. Never. I can't help you to do her in. My light, my joy. How many millennia have I loved her for? Not 4, not 7, not 8, not 12, not 1, not 13, not...
Have fun. I can't handle saccharin. I really can't. The worst thing is that the half-wit didn't give me the full scoop. I still don't know where the Book of the Dead is, but half a paycheck says that I find it with this pot. Oh, I don't think there's anything that I find so disgusting. Let's be precise. It's not a male, it's a female. If I know anything, it's women. Now that I think about it, the ones in the pond are all males, and mine is a female. Oh, it's locked! Cursed Book of the Dead! It could have been open already. It can't be opened with this. I'll only damage it. both have a star. Do they fit together? Touchdown! And now?
Don't you dare! You'll end up feeling sorry for me, and then I'll have to destroy you.
Do I look like my name is Sister Daniela? No. Let's get on with it then. Which one of these 5 passages is it? 3 crude slash marks. Anachronistic slot machine.
Silly fool! You're waking up the dead!
It's to make it more exciting, dear. Face of a bewildered guy. Falcon. Circle with a dot.
You're going to get us all sent to hell, Amenephis!
What's bothering you is that you'll be first. Curved walking stick. Thing that can't be described. Melancholy tortoise.
Oh, please! Take pity on me, Amenephis!
It just doesn't pay to be a good person. Darling, hand over the pendant and go on your merry way.
Now that he had the pendant that controlled Cromha's robots, Dan was in the driver's seat.
Now for the false bottom of the sarcophagus. Hurry. Well, this guy's seen better days.
Right, man.
What's his problem?
He's in bad shape. He's completely brainless.
Finally, Dan had managed to teletransport Big Albert's body to Fly's laboratory. But now there was a new problem that they didn't have a solution to. Where was his brain?
No, Dr. Celsius. For the moment, let's leave Murray out of this.
But he's been in contact with Fly.
Without the brain, Fly can't reanimate Big Albert. And neither can you. You find that body, Doctor, or you will never see the brain again.
But...
Dr. Celsius, you may go now. Sit down, Miss Alea. Dinner will be served shortly.
I've already had a bite.
In the meantime, make yourself at home.
People don't kidnap me in my home.
Oh, you're not kidnapped, my dear.
Yes, 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 extremely kidnapped.
Now, let's not argue. Within an hour, you'll see things exactly as I do. Until then,
I'll start by getting rid of you, sir. Then I'll rescue Big Albert's brain. And then I'll get out of here. Without saying goodbye.
Liz, as always, was sincere and direct. She would put Fitzrandolph out of commission, steal Big Albert's brain, and escape from the Zeppelin without saying goodbye.
You are disconcerting. I've always said so. But allow me to remind you that my skin is as thick as an alligator's.
No, I can't bite you or knock you over the head.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, don't worry. I'll figure something else out. Within an hour, what will happen?
Excuse me?
Dr. Celsius. The pain will pass within an hour. William A. Fitzrandolph. Within an hour, you'll see things exactly as I do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me neither, but I'll find out. What do you want from me?
You always seem to know what I'm about to say. And now, can't you guess?
To kill me?
No, never. I hold you in great esteem.
To get to know me better.
I'm trying to do that, but that's not my main reason.
To give me a refrigerator with a capacity for 978 books?
Nothing is farther from my mind, believe me.
For me to interview you.
Well, for that, I'd only have to call your newspaper.
For me to be your biographer.
Disconcerting. Interested? I'll pay you well. You'll get to hobnob with the creme de la creme and,
No, you don't want me to do this. Because you don't want to look like a pig in your own biography.
Of course not.
In that case, forget it. I never lie.
Well, within an hour, you won't have to lie.
I could care less what you want from me. You, your things, your ego. Let's talk. The portrait behind me, is that you all prettied up?
Oh, no. My grandfather. A good man. He was a congressman.
You can't tell he's a monster at all.
No, my father either. But when he married my mother, who had skin like mine, he became a social pariah and lost everything. Now you know why I come from the lower classes and why that was not my rightful place.
Okay, but I still have no desire to write your biography. Let's get right to the point. What's going on with Big Albert?
Be specific, but don't get your hopes up. Within an hour, I won't tell you anything.
Does Big Albert have anything to do with MKO's new direction?
Any monster worth his salt has something to do with the new direction. And now, you as well.
What are you planning to do with Big Albert's brain?
Don't worry about him. When we find his body and reanimate him, Big Albert will be better than ever.
What does Dan Murray have to do with all this?
Very little, I hope. He's a good man, and it wouldn't be fair to make him suffer.
What is MKO's new direction?
We're dropping horror flicks. From now on, family pictures, children's films, romantic comedies, musicals.
There's something else. What is it?
Patience, miss. Tomorrow, you'll find out. You and everyone else.
What was Big Albert looking for in your office?
I'll tell you what he found. Problems.
Enough said. What's for dinner?
I don't know, but if you want something special, tell me, and I'll tell the chef to prepare it.